All right, Edwin, I got a little example here for you of your positioning situation you're working with. So there's different coordinate systems in the machine. The first and the most important one is the machine coordinate system. And that's basically where your axes, the absolute position is of all your axes. So the next coordinate system is called a work coordinate system. And right now you see G57. That's the work coordinate system. And so we're setting up to run these parts right now. And this is work offset G54. This one here is G55. This is G56. And this is G57. So the work offsets are a coordinate system that applies to a part. So you have a 0 point on the part, and on these it's the top center of the part, and here it's inside, like it's like this plane here, but the center of this pocket, and then the center of here and here. But anyway, basically you have to tell the machine what work offset you're using, and then that is how it machines the part itself. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through all 5 work coordinate systems here, or all 4 work coordinate systems and the machine coordinate system, and show you what the difference is. So I wrote this little G-code program to show you basically how you switch between them. So the first line here, this is just a safe startup line. It basically puts the machine in a known configuration. All the modal settings are set up to be a known quantity. This calls up my tool, that G43 puts my tool length offset in, and then G53 calls up the machine coordinate system. G00 is a rapid move, and then Z, X, and Y are coordinates, so those are the coordinates it's going to move to within those systems. And M00, or a MOO as I call it, is a program stop, so it'll execute down to here, stop, and then the next time I press cycle start, it'll execute down to here, stop, etc. So you can see I've got G54, G55, G56, and G57 here. So I'm just going to press the button and go through one at a time and show you what this looks like. So the machine is currently in work offset 57. This is what the machine's current position is. In the machine coordinate system, this is what the machine's current position is. So it's going to go to machine position 0 first, which on my machine is in this back right corner. So I'm going to press cycle start. So that's G53 XYZ0. So now next time I press the button, it's going to go to G54 X0Y0, and it's going to go down to 1 inch above the part. So that'll be that farthest block there. Okay, so there's G54 0. Well, plus Z1. So now we're going to go over to G55, which is this guy right there. So it's going to lift up, go over, and go to 1 inch above. Now we're going to go to G56. And now we're going to go to G57. And keep in mind, this X and Y 0, the reason we can do that is because that's X and Y 0 in that coordinate system. So now what I'll do is I'm going to cycle through the program again, but I'm going to leave this showing on the machine position so you can see what the difference is. Yeah, so we'll go to, so we're going to start with G53, Z0. You can see it moving to 0. And of course it's 0 because we're in the machine coordinate system and we just told it to go to machine 0. But now we're going to call up G54 and go to XY0. Okay, so now you can see there's a bunch of gibberish in the machine coordinate system, what looks like gibberish to us, but if we go to the program coordinates, we're at X0, Y0, and Z1, exactly where we told it to go. So then if we go back to the machine position and we switch over to G55 now, you're going to see those numbers move because the machine's physically moving in this coordinate system. But if we go back to G56, or excuse me, G55 is what's active, you'll see we're still at 0, 0, 0. So now what you'll see is, because we're going to switch coordinate systems in the middle of this move, you'll see the numbers go all crazy, and then they'll go back to 0, 0, 0, 1 when we go into G56. See that? Because we switch coordinate systems. So, and then of course the machine tab shows yet different numbers, and going into G57, yet different numbers again.